Spring is over. Well, at least spring releases are. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're going to go through the best and worst of spring. So I started this last year, basically at the end of the season of releases. I talked about what the best and worst was. And so January through March is spring. I know. I know technically spring has just started, but the spring releases are over. Now that we are into April, we have the summer releases. So I'm going to go through and hit the high points of the products that I'm using, the things that I'm reaching for, the things that I would recommend, the things that I would say absolutely are worth picking up, and then I'll talk about the things that I would say absolutely not. I am not going to touch on every single product that I reviewed. I tried throughout the first 3 months to do update videos and speed review videos and would I buy it again videos so that you would know as things went along whether I really liked a product or not. So hopefully that was helpful. This is basically a wrap up of the entire spring release season because, as I've just said, we're now in summer, even though it's like 40 degrees out today. All right, let's talk about, I'm going to go through kind of as the season, as it progressed. So I tried out the Make by Mario foundation early in the year. I have not reached for that foundation. I have not liked it. It doesn't really work for me. One of the reasons I would say though, I don't think it's a bad foundation. I just don't think it's the right foundation for my skin. I have drier, more mature skin. The reason I haven't reached for it is because the Clé de Peau foundation, which I've tried, which is technically spring, winter spring, is an amazing foundation. Absolutely love that. It's my favorite cushion foundation, I think, of all time. The Clé de Peau is just incredibly good. I'm a B10 if you're a color match. And then the Haus Labs foundation, which I've tried recently, is a really good foundation. It has more coverage, but I really enjoy it. And I think it works really, really well on my skin. So absolutely love that. And then the Makeup Forever HD Powder Foundation. What I would say is that if you have very dry skin, it will not work for you because it's powder foundation. Powder foundation is not going to work for somebody who has really, really dry skin. However, if you're more like me and that you have dry skin, but not as dry, for some reason, not as dry as it used to be, you have dry skin, but you feel like, if you're really well moisturized, you can use a powder. The HD foundation is the most moisturizing powder foundation I've ever used, and I do like it. I use it more though, honestly, for I gotta get on camera for work and I just need something quickly, or I'm running out the door and I want to have something in my purse so I can touch up. That's how I use it. I don't use it all over my face as a full face of foundation. It's just too much coverage, actually, for me. It's more of a medium coverage on me, almost like full. So because I don't like that type of coverage, I don't use it, but I absolutely would recommend it. So of all those foundations, the only one that I don't recommend, again, is the Makeup by Mario. It's not a bad foundation, it's just not right for my skin. Okay, Dior came out with a bunch of stuff this year. The Dior Bronze Sepia palette, Soft Petals palette, both beautiful palettes, really like them. The Soft Petals is if you're looking for something pink. Bronze Sepia is more of like that warm tone. The formulas are the same. I think they're really good. I love the classic Dior formula. The 10 or 12 pan, I forget how many shades are in there, face palette that Dior came out with in the Mitza collection. It's an eye palette, sorry. I'm getting confused because I use it as a face palette. I really like that product. I think it's great as a face palette. I don't really see it as an eye palette because of the shades that are in there, but I really like it in formula. I think it works extremely well. Have I been reaching for it? Not really, just to be honest. It's not a bad product. I like it, but there are other blushes and things that I like, so I just generally don't reach for it. But it's not bad. It's just not reaching for it. And in that same vein, the Chanel Oversized palettes. The Chanel Oversized palettes were supposed to be eye and face. I have not reached for them once since I used them for all of you on the channel, and I've done reviews on them. The formula's fine. It's good. It's not bad. It's not as good as the blush formula of old, but it's good. But the shades aren't really my shades, and I just don't reach for them. So, would I recommend them? In my opinion, no, because I think they're overpriced. I think they miss the mark on both things, whether it's blush or eye. And I don't think the formula is outstanding. Do I think they're a bad product? No. Hourglass Lipsticks. Hourglass Lipsticks came out, and there are a lot of great shades in the Hourglass lipstick. I have lipsticks. I have a video up with several of the shades in there. I think it's a good formula. It's very, very creamy, but it's not something I've been reaching for, and I couldn't tell you exactly why. Like I said, they're not bad, but I don't know. They're a creamy formula. They feel nice on the lips, but I feel like they just, for some reason, I'm just not like, yes, that's the lipstick I want to wear. I can't, there's nothing wrong with them. Again, I think they're good. I think they're creamy. They feel nice, but I don't know. They're just, I think possibly because I have so much makeup and I've tried so many things, there are things that I like so much that I just use them all the time. And so I think the Hourglass sort of just kind of fell out of my rotation. If you like a very creamy lipstick, I would recommend them. I do think they're good. Tom Ford Forbidden Pink, one of my favorite quads from him. Love the formula. This is the creme formula. It's my favorite formula. Some people don't like the creme formula because they feel like it creases more. I don't have that problem. I have very dry skin and dry eyelids. I love this quad, and I think it's beautiful. Does it look like rose topaz? A little bit, yeah, it does. But I still love the formula. I think it's gorgeous on the eye, and every time I wear this, I absolutely love the look and get tremendous amount of compliments with it. It's one of my favorites. So I think it's worth picking up. The Tom Ford Cherry Palettes that came out, I wouldn't recommend either one of them. I don't think they're bad. I think they look nice on the eye, but they kind of blend, and they're not my color stories. So I'm glad I have them, and I collect the Tom Ford stuff. I'm glad I got to do reviews for you. I think they're pretty. The Tom Ford Smoke, I think, is actually like a little bit nicer. It's a very deep palette for the eye. And if you like those shades, then absolutely, that's awesome. But they're not my favorites by any means, just gotta say. And the Tom Fords that are coming out very, very soon, in fact, they might even launch when this goes up. I'm not exactly sure. They're all like neutrals. There's like a peachy one, a pinky one, and a neutral one, a neutral. I will be picking those up. Those are wet dry formula, and I'll let you know how those are. The Chanel or Rose liner that came out with the Oversized, I actually have it on today. I don't think it's a bad liner. I love that formula of liner. I love the Stylo waterproof liners. I think they're great, but this shade just doesn't do much. It just doesn't do much. It's just, I mean, it's pretty. It's kind of like, a warmish metallic rose shade, but it's certainly not one of my favorite shades. So I don't think it's something you need to pick up. Clé de Peau. Clé de Peau came out with new sparkle shades in this. There are shiny lips and there are matte lips, and then there's these new sparkles. I really like the sparkles. I have 2 of the shades. I probably will get all 4 of them. They've been sold out, actually. The deepest shade was sold out. I think it came back recently. I don't think there's a tremendous difference between all the 4 shades, but there's a slight one. And the formula in these, they were reformulated. Absolutely beautiful. Like, they look stunning on the lips. And if you like a sparkly, glossy finish, they're totally worth it. The shiny ones, I think, are definitely worth it as well, but I had them before. The reformulation is better, absolutely. And would I recommend them? Yes, but they're very expensive. They're like $50 a piece, so if you're going to pick one up, sparkle one's what I would recommend. In that vein, the Hermes Shiny Lips, I love these. Love these. Love these. I even like the packaging, although it does kind of remind me of Circus Tent. There were 3 shades that came out. I like all 3 shades. I would tell you that you can get a dupe in the L'Oreal Shiny Lips, although they seem to be discontinued because I can't find them anywhere. When I did my Hermes video, hopefully you can check it out, I will tell you, like, it's a very expensive shiny balm, but I really like them, and I think the formula is excellent, and I really like wearing them. And these are my favorite shades that have come out from Hermes ever. So yes, I highly recommend them, but they're a lot of money for they're a super expensive balm. No doubt about it. So the Chanel Leblanc and the Chantecaille collection. I'm putting the two together because and I did a video on it, the Chanel Leblanc and the Chantecaille quads do look similar. They are similar in nature, similar shades, and they do look similar on the eye. The Chanel Leblanc, which I have on my eyes today, I only have 2 of the shades on today, in addition to the Aura Rose Liner, is a beautiful, beautiful quad. Part of the Leblanc collection, Leblanc is like light and pearlescent, and just, you know, it's not a very pigmented collection at any year. But this quad is probably one of my, it's my favorite Leblanc collection. That's true, because the other one's kind of like blend. This one is really, really nice. The Chantecaille, though, is also lovely. Wild Meadows, I think it's called. Yeah, it's really pretty, and I would highly recommend it. I just don't particularly like the packaging, but the shades in here are really nice, really look beautiful on the eye, and the lip cheeks that came with it were very nice as well. The blushes I didn't pick up. Still haven't picked them up because there's been so many other blushes that I've tried that I've really liked, which I'll get into in a minute. But the Chantecaille and Chanel spring releases I would strongly recommend. The Chanel blush, I'm not going to put a picture of it because I've shown it so many times at this point. The Chanel Fantasia, that's what I'm calling it, blush. It is beautiful. If this video is going to go up in the beginning of April, in the United States, it's just been released here. It's been in Canada and Asia and other places like long before. But if you're able to pick it up, I would strongly recommend picking it up. It is a beautiful blush. It is very unusual. It is a pigmented pink, luminescent pink. The thing that comes closest to it is the Chantecaille pearlescent pink blush that came out several years ago in the Pearl Compact, which I showed you all on Instagram. They are very similar. Very, very similar. But the Chanel is much more pigmented, and it's actually really stunning on the face, I have to say. Like, I really, really like it. So the Chanel Blanc collection, at least from what I've seen so far, again, it has been stunning. The Oversized collection, which was spring summer, I did not care for, but the Blanc I really liked. The rest of the Blanc, the balm essentials and the balms for the lips, and the brow products. The brow products are not coming in the United States, supposedly. And the balms I will have in hand very soon. I'm going to definitely like the lip balms. Cocoa Balms, I really like that product, but I will tell you again, it's an expensive lip balm. And the balms for the face, unless they've changed the formula, I'm probably not going to like it. But I picked it up anyway because I fell for the lavender shade, lilac shade, and I really liked it. So I would definitely recommend, if you can still get your hands on the Chanel Leblanc by the time this goes up and it hasn't sold out, get it. Haus Labs blush. Absolutely love the Haus Labs blush. I'll put up a picture since I don't have it in front of me right now. Honestly, it's an amazing blush. It is so ultra pigmented though. So if you're somebody who doesn't like an ultra pigmented blush, don't get it because it's really pigmented. Again, I really, really like it, and I think it looks stunning. The shades, I have 2 shades. I might pick up a 3rd shade during the Sephora sale. I'll have my Sephora recommendation video up soon, and I'll have a page on a shelf on my shop page, so you can just go to all my recommendations. But yeah, I think it's beautiful blush. I really, really like it. Okay, I talked about the foundation. The Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I picked it up in Pillow Talk, like the highlighting. I forget what she called it. I'll put the name. I really think it's a beautiful product. And I actually like the way it looks on my face. But I have to say, guys, I feel like it's been done so much. Like, we have so many of those highlighters. I wouldn't say it's like, it's not groundbreaking, and I'm not like, oh, I must have it. Is it really beautiful? Yeah, it's a really nice product. And I think the shade is beautiful on. I'm not, I am a little jaded at this point. I have a lot of makeup, and I've gone through a lot of makeup. So unless something just stands out to me as being like exceptional, I kind of just go, eh. So I do like it. I don't think it's bad, but I'm not like, you must have it. Hermes bronzer. Okay, so here's the thing with the Hermes bronzer, guys. I'm very torn about how to talk about this because I really like the formula more than any other bronzer formula I think I've come across in a very long time. Like the Gucci original, the 01 that I still love, and the Tom Ford Terra, still my favorites. But the Hermes formula is exceptionally good. It really is. It's so smooth and so silky and so beautiful. But it's $105, and the shades, I have the first two shades. Actually, when this video goes up, I might have tried it by then, but I'm trying to find it in person so I can see it. I've got friends who have 3, 4, and 5, and they do say that they're cooler, but they're not cool. They're still very warm, and I just don't like a really warm bronzer. So for me personally, I can't recommend the Hermes bronzers. I can recommend the formula. The formula is outstanding. But the shades, I'm just kind of like, yeah. And for $105, I feel like for $105, it better be perfect, not just, you know. So anyway, my end comment is that I would not recommend them unless you find a shade that really works perfectly for you. And $105 is not a lot of money to you. And if it's not, well, I still think there are other products you could buy, but yeah. That's just me. Whatever. Blush again, Pillow Talk. This is the Matte Beauty Blush Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. A great product. Her blush wands and her highlighter wands and her contour wands are excellent. This is a great product. I really do like this. But again, I feel like I'm not dissing it. I think it's really good. It's just that it's the same Pillow Talk shade, which again is an amazing shade, and it's the same wands, which has been done. She's had these for a long time. So do I think they're good? Yes. Like the highlighter, it's a good product. I feel like it's kind of a reiteration of former products. Talking about that, Rare Beauty came up with 2 new shades of an existing product. This is her bronzer, stick bronzer in Bright Side, and her blush in Honest. No, sorry, Worth. I have both on today. The blush product is probably my favorite. No, it's my favorite liquid blush. It's my favorite liquid blush at this point. At $23, you get enough product in here that'll last you easily a year. I mean, it only has a year shelf life, but this thing is gonna last. I probably will have this blush around my 80. Like, if it doesn't go bad, it's an exceptionally good product. So I'm glad to have the new shades. There's another shade called Virtue, which I don't own yet. The bronzer stick. I love these bronzer sticks. I have Happy Soul, and now I have Bright Side. I use this as a contour, though. I don't use this as bronzer. I use this as contour. So if you like the Biscuit shade in Westman Atelier, this is basically the exact same shade. And I really like this product. It works extremely well for me. It's much cheaper. And it blends beautifully, and love it. Is it like brand new product? No, because these products existed before, but I love the new shades and they work really well for me. And at the price point, I just think it's exceptional. So definitely recommend those. I know this is kind of a cheat, but I did review RMS Beauty blushes. I know they came out before this year, but they're not necessarily spring, but these are beautiful blushes. They are absolutely worth it, and they're worth picking up. But I will say these are very luminescent blushes. If you don't like that, you will not like these. If you're looking for a matte product, that is not your product. Jones Road bronzers. These are exceptionally good bronzers, guys. They are powdery, yes, and they have there's you know, the shades are cooler in nature, but I like the fact that they're cooler in nature. Her Dusty Rose, I did a whole video on rosy blushes. I use it as a blush. Other people use it as a bronzer. This is light tan, which I've been wearing. I have on today. Love this bronzer. I think it's an excellent quality. I'll have a video coming up with some dedicated Jones Road suggestions about what to pick up, what I don't particularly recommend, what I love. The bronzers are excellent, and I highly recommend them. Cannot say it more times. It's really good. What I have on my lips is the Estee Lauder. This is the Spice Liner and the lipstick. This is the Luster lipstick. in Tiger Eye. It's a great shade. I like the luster to it. It has a little bit of metallic. My understanding is that this shade did exist before, but it's kind of been reformulated, and the lipstick is really good. I really like it, and the liner is phenomenally good. I definitely want to pick up more liner shades, but again, I've been trying so much makeup that I've just been like, yeah, you know, so I haven't had time. But when there's a sale and I have an opportunity, I will definitely get more liners, and possibly more lipsticks. Not that I need them, but they're excellent. I do want to do an honorable mention for two things. One is the Fenty Beauty Mascara. I have this on right now. This is the thick mascara. If you like a volumizing, thickening mascara, and you're not too worried about heaviness, as in like if your lashes curl easily, if your lashes fall easily, this might be a little too heavy, but it's really good mascara for people who like a volumizing, thickening, which is what it is, mascara. I really like it. I'm one of those people though. I don't necessarily want something that's lengthening or separating. So I've only used it a couple of times, but I do like it. And also the Dior Mattifying papers, which will be at Sephora, by the way, guys. At least they're there now. These are really good for people like me who you just want to mattify your face. You don't want powder necessarily because your skin is dry, but you get a little bit of oily through here. These are really good. I really like these. And I love the little compact because it comes with a mirror so you can carry this around. You can put any mattifying papers in here that you wanted as long as they're, fit the size. But these will be on sale unless they sell out before the sale, but they are on Sephora right now. And I do really like these because I like not adding more powder to my face when it's already dry. I just like being able to matte, just like where it gets a little bit oily. So I really do like that. I'd also like to mention the Dior Addict lip cases. So I finally got my hands on the, I think this is the burgundy, I forget the shade name, the style name, but it's the oblique case, which is all the Dior's on it. It was $50 for this case, whereas the other cases that are special cases are like $35. So that's a lot of money. I think it's only on the Dior site. And maybe Harrods. I'm not absolutely sure. I don't know where else I saw this case. I haven't seen this case. I haven't seen this case at Sephora. I've seen it. I think I saw it at Harrods. But anyway, I love the case. I think it's beautiful. If you collect the cases, then great. But $50 for a case. There's nothing else in it. There's no lipstick in it. It's just the case. It's crazy. I am going to have a video with new Dior Lip Addict shades, or I'm going to do swatches for IG. I don't know what I'm going to have time to do. I'd love to do all of them on my lips, lip swatch them for you. But I think I have like 20 some odd shades at this point. So I don't know if I have time for that. We'll see. But I will say the Dior Addict product is excellent. I love the shades. I love the fact that there's all different types of shades. I love the cases, and they are at Sephora. Again, I'll have a Sephora video coming up. So I do recommend those that came out. And last but not least, and I said, I was going to try to go through this pretty quickly, the denim collection from Guerlain. I love this collection. I love the packaging. I know, I get it. I get it. It's just packaging, but I just think it's adorable. And it reminds me of the 80s. And don't get me wrong, guys. I know we all look back in the past and think of it as, gloss over it as being better than it was. But I really very much enjoyed the 80s. And at least from a design perspective, it reminds me of the denim jackets that I had back then. I had a whole denim outfit. I had a denim jacket and a jeans that matched. Anyway, if I can find a picture of it, I'll post it. It was hilarious. But the colors in here, you can go very warm. I've done looks with just the brown and gold. I've done looks with the blue and purple. I've done looks with all four. I really love this palette. I just think it's fun. And makeup, I've said this before, makeup should be fun, and I really enjoy it. So I just think it's beautiful. And the cases, lipstick cases, I did a video with all my lipstick cases and shades. I love these. I am going to pick up some shades at the Sephora sale, and there's some cases that actually they have at Sephora that I'm going to get. And then there's some on the secondary market that I want to buy. But I love the Rouge G formula, the sheers, the metallics, and the satins. I don't own any of the mattes. I have Velvet, which is the new shade, 360, but it's not really new. It's a re-promote. I actually love that shade. I think it looks really good. And I've worn it a lot, and people really like it. So that's really my favorite collection of the spring. I thought it might be because I was really excited about it, but I was not let down, which is nice. It's nice not to be let down. So those are my highlights. The things that I think are definitely worth it. I'm really like, been like, yes, these are things that I think are worth having. Things where I'm just like, they're okay. There's nothing that I've tried in the last 3 months where I absolutely hated it. Like, it wasn't like the Chanel eye gloss of the holiday. Like, there wasn't anything like that. At least not that I can remember off the top of my head. But there were many things that I thought were like disappointing. The Chanel Oversized palettes, the Tom Ford Cherry palettes, the Mario Foundation. And I went through them today. Not bad, just kind of like, it's a lot of money to pay for some, and the Hermes bronzers, like, nah, you know. I'm looking forward to summer collections. There's a couple of things that are on my radar already that I'm very excited about. We'll see how that goes. Watch my Will I Buy It's for what's upcoming. And we'll see. We'll see what happens with Tom Ford, Dior, Chantecaille. They're going to have an interesting summer collection that I'm excited about. Dior, I have one of the palettes already over on Patreon. The other one is still in the mail. I don't know what is going on with the mail. International mail, to be specific. But, and yeah, we'll see what I pick up at the Sephora sale as well. So, I think that's it for spring. Oh, one mention. The Kayali Gelato perfume. Honestly, if you'd like a nutty, creamy scent. It's not super strong. It's not intense. I think she calls it intense, but I wouldn't call it intense. It's not sweet. It's not vanilla. It's not super even pistachio. It's like a hazelnut, nutty, creamy, really comforting, luxurious scent. Get it at the Sephora sale. I have a feeling it's going to sell out at the Sephora sale. We'll see. I am going to pick up a very big bottle. I am going to pick up a 3.4 ounce. I really like that scent. I am going to start putting in some more perfumes in some of my reviews as I go through, because I've been picking up a lot of perfumes lately. I don't know why, but there's a bunch of new ones that I'm like really, really excited by, and some new ones I picked up. So I'll have those in some future reviews. But for the Sephora sale, Kayali pistachio, I really recommend that one. I think it's excellent. And the YSL La Parfum, the new one, the one that's the vanilla one, the 4 different types of vanilla, that one is to die for. I've actually already bought it, so I'm not going to be picking up a big bottle at Sephora, but that is going to be in my Sephora recommendations. Spoiler. It's really, if you like vanilla, oh, so good. Okay. So that's it. That is the best and worst and meh of spring 2023. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on these products and anything that I've missed. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. Really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.